Hello, beautiful, wonderful world of the World Wide Webs.
So many W's.
So many W's. We're back again. It's the DUDEPOOL Gamescast. I'm the host with the most, the Dude 250, hanging out with Taylor Sager. Aliens Exist.
Hey, guys.
And joined once again by the beautiful man himself, the Danny Peel, the brutal nature. How are we?
Hello, boys. Pretty good. How are
Hello,
you guys?
governor.
You guys good?
I'm great.
Good.
Oh, fuck.
I'm happy.
You know, always good. When you
Always
look
good.
like this.
Oh, good.
Fuck. What are we talking about today, Danny-O?
We're talking about Injustice 2.
The dose. Injustical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, this could branch
Wow.
out a little bit, and I intended to, because it's like into just fighting game genre in general, because of what it's becoming, but, I mean, out of the gate, Injustice 2, it's a big old DC fighting game made by the Mortal Kombat crew, which is cool, because MKX seemed like a pretty awesome fighting game, and apparently the netcode eventually got really good in that too, which is really promising. Hopefully that
really?
carries over, and I believe it's going to. So,
As long as it's not region locked.
it will be.
But it will be.
I'd put a bit on it, it will
Yeah.
be. But whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. 100%.
All the
Yeah,
other
it
ones
will be.
are.
But I don't know why they have to do that. Whatever, never mind.
It should
But
be
I
our
mean,
choice,
there's
you know.
the
Maybe because
original.
their netcode was such shit that they couldn't allow
Yeah.
region locking before.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. They've
Figure it
improved
out.
it a lot, apparently. So anyway.
Yeah.
But the original CG like reveal trailer was really cool. I enjoyed that quite
Yeah.
a bit. And then when you saw the gameplay so soon after that, which I didn't expect.
Gorilla Grodd.
I liked him. I was excited to see him, man.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool. Yeah,
Superwoman.
And this,
They got a few deep
Atrocitus
cuts in
and
there.
stuff.
It's nice.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it
the
looks
character roster
really good.
looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
man.
well,
I watched a video of like all the known fatalities right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they look
Fatalities.
pretty fucking cool. Or not the fatalities, but you know, like the
like
the
X-rays.
finishes.
the X-ray
yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Or
not even the
super
not the
moves.
finish. Yeah. Where
Yeah.
like the last one, Superman flies out of the
Yeah.
earth and punches him back down to the ground and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
Laser
man.
beams them.
Yep.
Lasers
think,
them. Yeah, that was
uh,
cool.
I think that
Lasers.
the thing about Injustice, like the first one, that's a fighting game that stood out to me in the last sort of 5 to 10 years, because the story in that. I mean, I know I'm a
Yeah, the
DC guy, and that means a lot to me, but that was so good. Like, that was really the
It was
best
well done.
story mode I've played in any fighting game ever.
Well,
And,
it started in MK9. I like
yeah.
MK9 story was fucking
It was
awesome
phenomenal.
too.
yeah, it was.
Injustice, I think we like Injustice a bit more just because
Because
we're more
it's DC.
attached to those characters.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
But MK9 was still really,
Yeah.
really well done by
Well
these guys.
done.
So
Agreed.
that and I haven't I just picked up Mortal Kombat X or XL, I guess. I got
Cool.
the XL edition,
Ah, nice.
and I've barely fucked with it because I haven't had a lot of time. I played a couple of matches, plays very smooth, and it looks great. But I'm excited to get into that story too,
yeah.
because I think they do an awesome job with that, and I think Injustice 2 will be really, really good. And with all the extra characters that they've added to it, they can go lots of places with it.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, with Predator, I guess. Yeah, Jason,
No,
is
I'm
that what you
talking.
mean?
I'm talking about Injustice.
Oh, Injustice. Yeah, with the
Predator
extra
won't be in
characters.
Injustice
No.
Keep up, Tail. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wakey, wakey, rise
yeah,
and
with-
shine.
Hands off, Snakey.
Oh. Yeah, with the new characters and stuff like that, it should be good. I wonder if they choose characters for the game based on the story, or if they probably would make the story based around the characters that they get access to. I would imagine.
I think it's probably a bit of both.
Yeah.
You know, I think they throw a lot of shit at the wall and then see what sticks.
Right.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
But it's
there's a
working
lot.
for
There's
'em.
probably the conceptual phase of game design, right? They probably come up with a million different ideas and different moves that they could pull off with
Yeah.
specific characters, and then model a bunch, and then some will eventually get cut. Probably
Mhm.
based around the story.
Right.
Sure.
Right? I think they probably come up with a roster, and then actually, I don't know. I'm just speculating
Yeah.
on their creative process,
Totally.
but that's how I would do it. Come up with a roster, and then come up with a story, and then whoever I can't fit into the story I want to tell is getting cut.
Yep. That makes
I'm
sense.
guessing the story
I
will carry on from the previous one. I think I read somewhere that's like, okay, so Superman has escaped his prison, and it
Right.
kind of
yeah.
picks up from there. So that's interesting. But I mean, one of the things I wanted to ask, like, I mean, this is fighting games have had kind of story modes a little bit for a while now, and yes, I mean, NetherRealm are doing it better than anyone else has ever done it. But is
They're
this
all
like,
shit.
yeah? I mean, is this sort of a way for fighting games to kind of be relevant to the casual fan? Because at this point, fighting games, this like Street Fighter V comes out, and it comes out just so the competitive guys can get it and get going with it, and it can hit the tournaments. So I mean, that's where fighting games kind of are right now. It's all like for the hardcore, whereas they throw in these story things, and that kind of keeps the casual audience coming to them. So I don't know, where do fighting games even go, like, from here anyway? What else could
Well,
they
we
do?
talked about it. Like the peak of fighting games was definitely in the 90s.
Yeah.
And the reason being those consoles weren't connected online.
Yeah.
So fighting games become infinitely more fun when you're in a room of 4 or 5 friends.
Yeah.
Add a beer or two, and you're just passing the controller around, right? Order
Just
some
one or two,
pizzas, and
yeah.
you're having a good party. That
Yeah.
went away when online happened, right?
Mhm.
Now we can. It's fighting games just aren't as fun when you're sitting there by yourself, unless you're really hooked on it and you are a competitive player and you're trying to
Yeah.
master it. Nobody wants to put that much time into it by themselves.
Yeah, it's true.
Some do, I'm sure, but it not for the masses.
No.
The masses like playing social things online where you can play with 5 or 6 of your friends who are online at any time, like Overwatch or World of Warcraft or whatever, right? Like a one-on-one doesn't hold that much interest, and I don't think the online's ever been good enough in a lot of fighting games to
I agree.
like, because like Mortal Kombat tried this thing, and same with a lot of other fighters, the server lobbies where you could have a server going with 9 of your friends.
Yeah, I was gonna mention
and then
that.
it just rotates the matches, right? So
That's
it's
kind of their way of
similar.
doing
It's
it.
it's
Yeah.
trying to like emulate
Yeah.
local co-op in a
Right.
sense. But I don't think the online's ever been strong enough to hold people like that, because it's always kind of choppy and laggy and shit. And getting that true like 1-to-1 movement where you input and then you're punching, like
They're
you need
getting
that.
there. They're getting there.
They are getting there.
Street Fighter V,
But-
like 9 out of 10 matches feels, for me at least, when I get them, it felt really, really good. And apparently MKX online
there's just
is
also
very,
that
very good.
separation thing though. Like there's so
That's
many
true.
different load times that has to happen when you're in one of those server lobbies.
Yeah.
Like, and some of them they don't even let you watch the fight that's happening.
Right.
Right? You're
Right.
just
Right.
in the
Sitting
lobby
there
while the
waiting.
two
Yeah, you
people are
can't
fighting.
spectate,
They're
yeah.
fighting, and then they come back, and you just see who won and who lost.
Yeah, that's...
So
yeah.
it's just not the same, right?
Defeats
as
the
being
point.
surrounded by a bunch of friends right beside you, screaming at the TV, and it's a real close match. And you're, oh my god! Oh my god! Kill him! Like it just that doesn't happen, right? So you lose that. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
that's
rant over.
that's where fighting games still live. I think is in the couch co-op, especially for casual people. It's
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
you're either super hardcore and you're going to tournaments, or you're having friends over and you're playing each other.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. I mean, I had Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and I don't think I ever picked it up unless I had
2.
people over. I play 2 all the fucking time.
Yeah.
That's a little different. But like games
Got the
like
best music
like
in the business.
yeah.
Wanna take you for a ride?
But yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. I mean, a lot of the times, yeah, I won't play it by myself. I'll just play it with friends. But with Injustice and like the campaign and stuff like that, and I guess the campaign in Mortal Kombat 9, that kind of makes you want to play through it at least.
Yeah, it's a draw for
Matches
sure for the
are
casual.
about half as long. And stuff like that. Usually you're only playing through the one part of the match or whatever,
Right.
and it's just like a story-driven match. But I mean, the story is really, really good.
Right.
Makes you want to play through and fight through these fights, which is it's really cool, and
Plus,
it makes you
yeah.
better at the game.
Yeah, plus it makes you use different characters that you otherwise would probably never use.
Yep.
Like, I'm one of these guys, I'll pick a couple of characters and I'll just roll with them. But you play Injustice, so you play Mortal Kombat, and you're using a lot of different characters,
Yep.
pretty much all of them
Everybody,
almost.
yeah.
So it's
Yep.
it's
And
cool.
you get unlocks and new
There's
costumes.
the one part that bugs me, or it doesn't bug me because it makes sense, but I don't know. I just felt weird about it. Was like in the Mortal Kombat story, when you finish a fight, you don't get to do a fatality
yeah.
or practice them with each and every character. And I was like, oh, but I want to see their fatalities,
Yeah.
right? And now
Yeah,
I have
missed
to go
opportunity.
into the quick play and do a fight with
Yeah.
them to see their fatalities.
Yeah.
But it makes sense because you can't like rip one of their fucking heads
And she
off
shows
and
up
then,
in
like,
the
see them in a
cutscene the next
cutscene
day.
right next, and he's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, you beat me!" And it's like, "No, I did. Really? How are you
Just the
standing?"
head on the floor, just looking up at you.
Yeah. Sub-Zero's like, "You son of a bitch."
You killed me.
Yeah. Get creative with it,
Yeah.
and he just like takes a frozen spike, shoves it in his neck, and then puts his head back on. He's like, there we go.
Ready to go.
Back in the cutscene. My head can only swivel.
Yeah, but the story looking cool. I mean, the game Injustice
is.
2, it's looking really good.
Yep.
Apparently, they've tweaked a couple of the moves because apparently, like, there was a Superman move that a lot of pro players used to open with that was kind of unstoppable. Apparently, they've tweaked that a little bit, so it's like a high attack now rather than a medium, so you can kind of duck it or something, which is cool. It looks like they're making tweaks and changes, but I'm excited to just play through the story that they come up
Do
with.
you
'cause
think
it's so good.
after Injustice 2, they'll since they got the formula down, they'll try to do another DC versus MK universe thing? Because the first one was completely unbalanced and just wasn't good. It wasn't good.
I don't know.
But then after that game, MK9 came out, and it was like, okay,
Yeah, they've
they
kind
got
of
it
upped their game. Yeah.
Didn't they have to
I think
take out
they
a bunch of
should.
the gore and stuff like that for the DC games because they didn't want you to like be able to rip Superman's head off? And
Yeah,
shit?
but they still had like pretty brutal shit.
Oh, really?
And there's none of that gore stuff is in Injustice.
True.
But
I think they go straight into Mortal Kombat 11. To be honest,
yeah,
Yeah, I think
I
they're
think
gonna
they
keep
will.
them separate. Honestly,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I mean, I would love to see like
It
a
just
DC
seems like such a
versus
smart
Marvel.
market. Oh, DC versus Marvel? Sure, that'd
That
be
would be
awesome. I'd like to
amazing.
see any kind of Marvel fighting game
Yeah,
these
that'd be
days.
great. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they've got Marvel vs. Capcom.
3, but that whatever.
They did release the updated one as well.
I'd like
which
to see a
apparently is better.
different fighting game other than Marvel
Yeah.
versus Capcom
Yeah.
because that's too
Something a
fast
little
for
bit
me.
more.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
too quick. Yeah, it's a little
Too
little
much.
bit crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a one-on-one Mortal Kombat style.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like that 3-on-3 stuff. That doesn't do it for me.
I liked it. I still like
I don't
it,
like
but
it.
I'd like to see something else, something a bit more grounded. Like something I'd like to see the MK team take over a Marvel game.
that would be
that would
insane.
be sweet.
Wow. Well, they're Warner
They could-
Brothers.
they could do it.
So they wouldn't, would they?
Yeah. No, they
No,
won't at all.
no.
No,
They will never do that.
absolutely
Who could do that? Who else could do that?
not. Capcom. Oh wait, they did Marvel versus Capcom.
Get the
Yeah.
fucking Tekken
There's not a
guys to
whole
do
lot of
it.
choices.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. They're online shit.
Oh, we'll see how Tekken 7 turns out. You never know.
Yeah, I love Tekken. I do. Martial law's my man forever and
Yeah,
always.
same.
Bruce Lee, what
Agreed.
up? What up?
Oh, did you guys see that they're getting Akuma in the new Tekken? That's kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Kuma.
From Capcom.
Ooh,
from
Mama
Street Fighter.
Tada.
That's
Yeah, man.
cool.
Very interesting.
Well,
He
I
fits
mean,
well-
they've
he
done
fits
the
quite
whole
well.
Street Fighter versus Tekken crossovers,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Tekken versus Street Fighters and all that shit.
Did they actually do Tekken versus Street Fighter?
I don't know. They didn't.
Didn't
that
come
one,
out.
That one got canned. They
Yeah.
Capcom did their end, but
Yeah, you had
Namco
Street Fighter
Bandai
cross
was
Tekken,
like,
but you didn't have the other one.
ours kind of sucks.
Well, it's harder to translate, I think, like 2D fighters into a 3D game than it is to just drop. You know.
Yeah, it probably it shouldn't be after you've been.
I think it is.
Once you're on the 7th Tekken.
All their
you have a
movesets-
rap.
All their
they were,
movesets.
dude.
Oh,
No,
just
they were
left
making.
and right and up and down. They did make 3D Street
They've
Fighters,
been creating new characters for years. All they have to do is take already made characters and make a move list for them. I feel like that's not that tricky.
but I don't know. I think no, because you expect
But you
those
are getting-
characters to play a certain way, and they just wouldn't.
Yeah,
play
you're getting
quite
Street
right.
Fighter characters that can only
No,
move
I'd expect
back
them to
and
play in a Tekken form. Like the Tekken guys were fine in Street Fighter, and
Yeah.
I still think it's easier to translate that way than it is the other way, to be honest. But that's
Yeah.
just the way I see it. I could be
yeah,
wrong.
I think it's just a
Either way.
move list issue.
Yeah, I wonder what a Hadouken would look like in a three-dimensional space.
Well, we'll see that probably with Kuma.
Yeah.
We probably, I think we have seen
that's
it.
true.
I think you can see it in the video right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen any gameplay of it yet.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I mean, it'd probably look a lot like, what is it, Jack 6 or whatever, firing his fist.
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I don't know. I'm
Injustice
stoked
2.
though. I'm gonna pick it up. That's faux show.
Me too. Yeah.
And I'll play it for a few weeks, and then that'll probably be that.
I was wondering why they released that Injustice themed phone like a month ago or something like that. I was like,
Oh, I didn't know.
what the
that.
fuck is that all about? That game is like 3 years old. Like,
Mm.
but yeah, I guess this is why, because they're gonna announce this one. But yeah,
Yeah, we'll check it out when it gets here.
yeah, should be good.
Yeah. Well, that's our topic for the day. Well, I think we're. Anybody else got anything to say about it?
God damn it.
You
You know what I
guys?
was gonna do? I was gonna try and find some gameplay on my phone and just show it to the camera,
Oh
but
my!
it's not going very well for me.
No.
So, no, that's the end
that
of the
sounds like a not a good
Yeah,
idea.
that was very creative of you. I applaud your attempt. That's the show for this week, ladies and gentlemen. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think of Injustice 2 and fighting games in general. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/official DUDEPOOL Gaming and on Twitter at DUDEPOOL Gaming. As always, we fucking love you, Internet, and we'll talk to you later.
See you guys.